The Ford GT40, the ultimate Ferrari slayer. The Ford GT40. The car that solidified itself as the bane of Ferrari's existence and a symbol of pure, unadulterated American muscle. Born out of spite, designed with a vengeance, and raced as if its life depended on it. The GT40 isn't just a car. It's the automotive equivalent of sticking two fingers up to Enzo Ferrari and saying, "How do you like them apples?" It all started back in the early 60s. Enzo Ferrari, the old maestro of motorsports, was on the verge of selling his company to Ford. The negotiations were going swimmingly until Enzo threw a spanner in the works, realizing he couldn't bear the thought of his beloved Scuderia being stifled by American bureaucracy. The deal was off, and Henry Ford, too, was livid. Not slightly miffed, not mildly irritated, livid. Rebuffed and irate, Henry Ford did what any multi-billion-dollar magnate would do. He decided to beat Ferrari at their own game. He'd build a car that would wipe the grin off Enzo's prancing horse. This was no pipe dream. This was a mission. The gauntlet was thrown, and the GT40 was born. Now, the first thing you notice about the GT40 is its height, or lack thereof. At just 40 inches off the ground, the GT40 is like a cat on the prowl, sleek and stealthy. It's got more attitude in its squat frame than some cars have in all their flashy gadgets and gizmos. And those lines! Oh, those evocative, aggressive lines that could make a grown man weep. It's got the kind of purpose-built aesthetics that shout, "I'm here to win, and I'll do so gloriously." The heart of this beast is what really sets it apart, the engine. Housing a rumbling, thunderous V8, the GT40 had no substitute for cubic inches. Early models ran on a 4.7-liter mill, but it was the later versions, equipped with a 7-liter V8, that truly unleashed hell. The GT40 could roar down the Mulsanne straight at speeds over 200 mph, a feat that back then was nothing short of black magic. The sheer power was complemented by an excellent chassis. Built initially in the UK, the car was meticulously engineered to handle corners with the precision of a neurosurgeon's scalpel, all while maintaining a brute force that ensured it stayed planted to the road. It was a car that, despite its American roots, could dance around European tracks with an agility that left many a Ferrari in its wake. During its reign from 1966 to 1969, the GT40 won Le Mans 4 times in a row. Not just victories, mind you, but dominating performances. It laid waste to Ferrari's hopes and dreams, reducing them to mere footnotes in the face of Ford's unrelenting force. The highlight, of course, was in 1966 when the GT40 didn't just clinch the top spot, but took all 3 podium places, cementing its place in racing history. Driving a GT40 is an experience like no other. This isn't a car for the faint-hearted or those who prefer their commutes cushy and cushioned. It's raw, visceral, and demands respect. The cockpit is more like a fighter jet than a car. Cramped, noisy, and without a single thought given to creature comforts. When you're in a GT40, you're not just driving, you're piloting, with every throttle press sending shockwaves through your very soul. The legend of the GT40 extends beyond the racetrack. It's a testament to what happens when raw determination meets cutting-edge engineering, a car built to settle scores and win battles. And yet, there's a poetic beauty to it. This was a car created out of rivalry, but it left a legacy of admiration and awe. So here's to the Ford GT40, the car that turned vendetta into victory, plastered a snarl on America's face, and left the car world forever changed. It's not just an icon, it's a legend, a myth, a celebration of what happens when you dare to dream big and race even bigger. If you reveled in this tale of rivalry and roaring engines, hit that like button and subscribe to Auto Icons. There's more automotive epicness on the way, so turn on notifications and join us for more stories of the cars that dared to be legends.